I can't actually believe that this is the 8th year for Stockings for Kids. And people ask me all the time, how did you ever start Stockings for Kids? Well, actually, I was at the soup kitchen doing some volunteer work, and I heard some mothers there talking about the fact that they were not going to have any money to buy Christmas presents for their children this year. And what a sad situation that was for them. Well, it just broke my heart. Being a mother, I thought I couldn't imagine this. So I went home and I put together 100 Christmas stockings and took them to the soup kitchen so they would have them for Christmas Day. Well, obviously, this was a hit. And so then next year, there was a request for 200 stockings, which I did. However, the next year I realized, wow, I need some help because this is a lot of work, plus expensive. So I gathered some volunteers and I gathered some children who would like to be little elves, and we put together the beginning of the real growth of Stockings for Kids. Just so you know, this year, 2016, we did 3,500 stockings. That's a long way from 100 stockings. I have a lot of people to thank that made this possible for us. First of all, our donors very, very generously donated all of the funds that we needed to stuff 3,500 stockings. And then our volunteers continued to grow every year. And also our elves, our little elves. Remember I mentioned we started with a few elves? Well, this year we had 100 elves, ages about 3 to 18, who helped stuff the stockings along with our volunteers. In addition, I certainly want to give a shout out to our major event sponsor who has been with us every single year, and without them we could not have had Stockings for Kids. And that is United Mechanical here in Fort Myers. And they provided for Stockings for Kids this beautiful Santa's workshop so that when the elves came for stuffing day, and you will see this in the film, we had an opportunity to really create a Santa's workshop for all of them. And hopefully these will be moments that our children, our elves, will never ever forget. And they'll also remember the feeling they had in their hearts, knowing that they were giving and doing something for children less fortunate than themselves. In addition to United Mechanical's Santa's Workshop and being our event sponsor, I certainly want to thank so many of our other sponsors who have provided both food and, of course, money, different needs that we had. Every single thing that we did with Stockings for Kids was donated. All the money, every cent we collected, goes right back into the stockings. Certainly, hats off to our Lee County Sheriff's Office. You'll see them in the film as well. They're outstanding. And they stood right there with the kids in the stuffing line, and all of the little elves just loved it. Plus, after all of these stockings were stuffed, they had to be delivered to over 21 different charities throughout Southwest Florida. And the Sheriff's Office delivered all of those stockings for us. Now that's teamwork, real teamwork. Well, one of the big questions I get asked all the time is, Lee, now what? Now, from 100 to 3,500, where are you going with this? Well, I have a vision, and that vision includes you. And what I would like to do is share Stockings for Kids, everything I've learned and gained about what makes it successful. I'd like to share it with you. And I would like to build mini Stockings for Kids groups or teams with maybe a company, maybe a neighborhood, maybe a family, where you could have your own Stockings for Kids. And maybe 500 stockings you could stuff. When we started and we did 500 stockings, we did them in a garage. And we did it within a couple hours. And I have the whole plan and process of how you can do it and how easy it is and what makes it work. And I will give it to you. I will just hand it over to you and help you be as successful as you'd like to be in creating your own mini Stockings for Kids workshop. All I need is for you to contact me. And if we could even get 8 different groups of 500 this year, then we'd have 4,000 stockings. So we would exceed last year's goal of 3,500. After all, I do like to exceed my goals every year. So you could help to make this happen. So please contact me. I hope you've enjoyed watching Stockings for Kids and seeing all the excitement and the fun and the joy and the love that went into this day, and observing and being part of knowing that 3,500 children had a happier Christmas because of Stockings for Kids. But also seeing the 100 elves and seeing the joy on their faces, just knowing what a difference they made. And they really felt they made a difference. So you have made a difference to me, and I want to thank everyone who's watching this video, because you've all been a part of Stockings for Kids and a part of making this happen. And for that, I say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But don't forget to contact me if you want to do a mini Stockings for Kids.
Wow, thank you.